Can a divine presence be so profound that it transcends all ordinary experiences? Swami Vivekananda's journey into the heart of spiritual darkness and light reveals an astonishing vision of the Divine Mother. Join us as we explore his intense meditation, visionary experiences, and the ultimate confrontation with the terrible and transformative forces of the divine. In this episode, Swami Vivekananda delves into the profound and complex nature of the Divine Mother Kali. Through his intense meditation and vivid visions, he confronts the dark and powerful aspects of reality. His encounters with Kali challenge conventional notions of divinity, revealing a profound understanding of life, death, and immortality. We will witness his spiritual trials, his writings inspired by divine visions, and the transformative impact these experiences had on his teachings and understanding of the divine. Prepare to be moved by Swami Vivekananda's fearless embrace of Mother Kali and the depth of his spiritual insights. Vivekananda realized that the Divine Mother is omnipresent. Wherever he turned, he was conscious of the presence of the Mother, as if she were a person in the room. He felt that it was she whose hands are clasped with my own, and who leads me as though I were a child. It was touching to see him worship the 4-year-old daughter of his Mohammedan boatman as the symbol of the Divine Mother. His meditation on Kali became intense, and one day he had a most vivid experience. He centered his whole attention on the dark, the painful, and the inscrutable aspect of reality, with a determination to reach by this particular path the non-duality behind phenomena. His whole frame trembled as if from an electric shock. He had a vision of Kali, the mighty destructress lurking behind the veil of life, the terrible one, hidden by the dust of the living who pass by, and all the appearances raised by their feet. In a fever, he groped in the dark for pencil and paper and wrote his famous poem, Kali the Mother. Then he fell exhausted. The stars are blotted out, the clouds are covering clouds. It is darkness, vibrant, sonant. In the roaring, whirling wind are the souls of 1,000,000 lunatics, just loose from the prison house, wrenching trees by the roots, sweeping all from the path. The sea has joined the fray and swirls up mountain waves to reach the pitchy sky. The flash of lurid light reveals on every side 1,000,000 shades of death, begrimed and black, scattering plagues and sorrows, dancing mad with joy. Come, Mother, come. For terror is thy name, death is in thy breath, and every shaking step destroys a world for air. Thou time, the all-destroyer, come, O Mother, come. Who dares misery love, and hug the form of death, dance in destruction's dance, to him the Mother comes. The Swami now talked to his disciples only about Kali, the Mother, describing her as time, change, and ceaseless energy. He would say with the great psalmist, "Though thou slay me, yet I will trust in thee." It is a mistake, the Swami said, to hold that with all men pleasure is the motive. Quite as many are born to seek pain. There can be bliss in torture too. Let us worship terror for its own sake. Learn to recognize the Mother as instinctively in evil, terror, sorrow, and annihilation, as in that which makes for sweetness and joy. Only by the worship of the terrible can the terrible itself be overcome and immortality gained. Meditate on death. Meditate on death. Worship the terrible, the terrible, the terrible. And the Mother herself is Brahman. Even her curse is a blessing. The heart must become a cremation ground, pride, selfishness, and desire all burnt to ashes. Then, and then alone, will the Mother come. The Western disciples, brought up in a Western faith, which taught them to see good, order, comfort, and beauty alone in the creation of a wise providence, were shaken by the typhoon of a cosmic reality invoked by the Hindu visionary. Sister Nivedita writes, "And as he spoke, the underlying egoism of worship that is devoted to the kind God, to providence, the consoling deity, without a heart for God in the earthquake or God in the volcano, overwhelmed the listener. One saw that such worship was at bottom, as the Hindu calls it, merely shopkeeping, and one realized the infinitely greater boldness and truth of teaching that God manifests through evil as well as through good. One saw that the true attitude for the mind and will that are not to be baffled by the personal self was in fact that determination, in the stern words of Swami Vivekananda, to seek death, not life, to hurl oneself upon the sword's point, to become one with the terrible forevermore. Heroism, to Vivekananda, was the soul of action. He wanted to see ultimate truth in all its terrible nakedness and refused to soften it in any shape or manner. His love of truth expected nothing in return. He scorned the bargain of giving to get in return and all its promise of paradise. But the gentle Ramakrishna, though aware of the Godhead in all its aspects, had emphasized its benign side. One day, several men had been arguing before him about the attributes of God, attempting to find out by reason their meaning. Sri Ramakrishna stopped them, saying, "Enough, enough. What is the use of disputing whether the divine attributes are reasonable or not? You say that God is good. Can you convince me of his goodness by this reasoning? Look at the flood that has just caused the death of thousands. How can you prove that a benevolent God ordered it? You will perhaps reply that the same flood swept away uncleanliness and watered the earth, and so on. But could not a good God do that without drowning thousands of innocent men, women, and children?" Thereupon one of the disputants said, "Then ought we to believe that God is cruel?" "Oh, idiot!" cried Ramakrishna. "Who said that? Fold your hands and say humbly, 'O God, we are too feeble and too weak to understand thy nature and thy deeds. Deign to enlighten us. Do not argue. Love.' God is no doubt good, true, and beautiful, but these attributes are utterly different from their counterparts in the relative world. The Swami during these days taught his disciples to worship God like heroes. He would say, there must be no fear, no begging, but demanding the highest. The true devotees of the Mother are as hard as adamant and as fearless as lions. They are not in the least upset if the whole universe suddenly crumbles into dust at their feet. Make her listen to you. None of that cringing to Mother. Remember, she is all-powerful. She can make heroes out of stones." On September 30th, Swami Vivekananda retired to a temple of the Divine Mother, where he stayed alone for a week. There he worshipped the deity known as Shri Bhavani, following the time-honored ritual, praying and meditating like a humble pilgrim. Every morning he also worshipped a Brahmin's little daughter as the symbol of the Divine Virgin, and he was blessed with deep experiences, some of which were most remarkable and indicated to him that his mission on earth was finished. He had a vision of the goddess and found her a living deity. But the temple had been destroyed by the Muslim invaders and the image placed in a niche surrounded by ruins. Surveying this desecration, the Swami felt distress at heart and said to himself, "How could the people have permitted such sacrilege without offering strenuous resistance? If I had been here then, I would never have allowed such a thing. I would have laid down my life to protect the Mother." Thereupon he heard the voice of the goddess saying, "What if unbelievers should enter my temple and defile my image? What is that to you? Do you protect me, or do I protect you?" Referring to this experience after his return, he said to his disciples, "All my patriotism is gone. Everything is gone. Now it is only Mother, Mother. I have been very wrong. I am only a little child." He wanted to say more, but could not. He declared that it was not fitting that he should go on. Significantly, he added that spiritually he was no longer bound to the world. In our next episode, we will witness a pivotal shift in Swami Vivekananda's mission as he faces profound spiritual realizations and challenges. From his contemplation of new temple constructions to the impactful inauguration of the Nivedita Girls' School and the dedication of the Belur Monastery. This chapter highlights Vivekananda's unwavering dedication to his spiritual goals and his visionary plans. Discover how his experiences transformed his mission and set the stage for future endeavors in spreading the teachings of Sri Ramakrishna. Thank you for listening till the end. Please subscribe, turn on the notifications, like, comment, and share with your friends. This will help more listeners to discover our channel and content.